Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first swing of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. After that latest answer ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Holba. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Auburn Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Quarterback checking off. The running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now on third down for this offense. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that spot.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to add another. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, and keeps it on pace for success.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Still running at the 40. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, he's looking downfield. It's complete. And stampeding through the defense. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back through its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Wants to throw. It's Finley. He'll pull it down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down coming up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Finds his tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a set.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Got his man downfield, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And just understanding where you're out on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I give credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. He'll throw on 3rd down. Hauls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They want to throw it. They've got the screen set up. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got his man. Touchdown, Auburn! What a grab and go for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Working on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Petty. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Petty. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And here's the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Works the middle of the field. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
To the air on 1st down. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, give on the inside. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Might be looking to run. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting inspiration.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Giving him his pads. There's a live football. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
3 and 25.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Final play of the quarter coming. He's going to pass on 2nd down. This one's complete. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Another incompletion on third down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Returner goes out of bounds.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Caught. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They keep attacking through the air. He caught it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Finley. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He makes the grab. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And the ball's on the ground. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and the defense took advantage of it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This offense has a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Finley. Fires to the big fella. Cross just steamrolling his way through. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Nittany Lions are flying down the field.
Here we go.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Looking to throw on second down. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Back to pass, it's Finley. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket, force something into a bad situation, or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for second down.
Green 25, slide 22, slide 22.
With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly